So I was taking a shower and I noticed it's not draining very well. Like, why is our shower not draining? Is our gray tank full? That makes no sense. I mean, we empty it all the time. This is only a 3-day trip, and we've gone as much as 6 days and never had a problem filling up the gray tank. And then I realized we left our gray tank tote at home. So that means, fortunately, we're on our way out, but if we weren't on our way out, we would have to unhook everything and go and dump the trailer. So that's going to bring up today's video. 10 things that we keep in our rig at all times so we could get up and go.
Are we all hooked up and ready to go?
We are all hooked up. We are ready to go, except for the little problem with the water. But all we have to do is disconnect the electric and we can drive away and then go dump our tanks. But once again, right as we're getting ready to film a video, somebody's decided to fly an airplane over us.
Vacuum their campsite.
Run a chainsaw. I think this one is vacuuming, but
yeah.
Anyway.
I'm Rachel.
And I'm Joe.
And we are two crazy campers.
And after losing a combined weight of more than 200 pounds,
we realized we had so much more energy for activities.
Come along with us as we explore the great outdoors.
And join us on a brand new adventure. And when you're going on adventures, you have to be prepared.
Yes. So we are weekend warriors. But the whole idea for us of buying Eleanor, our 2019 Grand Design Imagine 2600 RV, was we want to be able to pick up and go. Before this, we had a pop-up camper. It was awesome, but you had to play Jenga to store everything away, and you couldn't keep everything in the camper. So one of the things we liked about having our Grand Design is we could keep stuff in here so that at a moment's notice, we could pick up and go.
And sometimes it's just a night. And if you have to, get away and you only have a night, we're taking that night. We don't want to miss out just because our time is limited.
Yeah. So now what's spawning this video, because people do ask us, like, how do you guys get out so quickly? We're going to go over 10 things that we always keep in our RV so that we can pick up and go at a moment's notice. And today, we learned of another one that absolutely we have to keep in here, and that is our portable gray water tank.
Yes.
Because I don't know how our gray tank is full after only 3 days, which we have never done. We've done 7 days and not filled the gray tank without conserving water. So my only guess is
we didn't fully drain it.
The tank didn't get drained completely on the last trip. But wouldn't be a big deal if I had my gray water tank, which I usually leave strapped on the back, but I decided, you know what, it's only 3 days.
Nah.
I don't need to bring that thing. And lesson learned, that will be another thing that is permanently attached to the RV. So are you ready to get into this list?
Yes.
We're going to let you handle the beginning part. We're going to head into the bedroom.
So number 1 is a sheet set. I always bring a set of sheets and then I keep one in the rig. And that way on the last day of the camping trip, I can just change out the bedding and I don't have to worry that I don't have sheets on the next trip. Number 2, we keep clothes in our rig. Clothes for everything. We've got bathing suits, we've got stuff for winter wear, whatever we're doing. I've got pajamas, all kinds of stuff. I keep extra socks and underwear in these plastic totes, caps. I mean, just anything that you would need for wherever we're going.
Now, these are clothes that stay in the rig. What we do is at the end of every trip, we have our laundry basket. If there is no laundry facilities on site, we bring it home. If there are laundry facilities, what we do is we wash our clothes on the very last day. But what we'll do is we'll go home, we'll wash our clothes, and immediately put them back in the rig. But some people want to know, how do we afford extra clothes that we can keep in the rig and not have to worry about having them in the house?
Well, most of my clothes, whether it's when we're at home or we're on vacation, is from a thrift store. I just shop at thrift stores. There's some awesome values on great clothes there, and that way I can buy a little bit of everything without breaking the bank.
So number 3 is our Berkey system. So one of the things is when you go to the different campgrounds, they don't have the cleanest water. We do like to drink a lot of water. So we have a Berkey system at home. Berkeys are awesome because they're going to give you super clean water no matter what the quality is that you're putting in there. They are kind of expensive. And so we have a large one at home because it is going to save you money in the long run with not having to buy bottled water and not having to figure it out. You could go take your lake water and pour it through here if you need to. So this is the travel Berkey, and it's the perfect size for 2 people. We actually have a coupon code from our keto channel. I'm going to leave a link for that down below. I believe it saves you 7%, but we actually have one that we leave in the rig plus the one at home. This way we never have to worry about, did we forget it? Because we did forget it one time when I was trying to clean it out.
So number 4 is cleaning supplies. We always make sure that we have cleaning supplies for the floors, paper towels. This stuff is awesome, by the way. You don't need a lot of water, so if you're someplace where, you know, water is limited, this stuff suds up fantastic. I love this. But yeah, we bring everything, the sponges, everything that we need to clean so that I don't have to worry that we are around a grocery store.
So what we did with the sponges is we bought a giant pack of them from Costco where it came with like 20 or 30 sponges. We bring a sponge, we take out a new one for each trip, we wash all of our dishes with everything, then we just throw it out. I mean, they cost you like $1 or $1.50, but then you don't have to worry about some old sponge that's here in the rig. If you want to reuse it, you can, or you could even bring the one that you open up and bring it in your house and use it for a few days. But this way you always have something super clean, and we also keep garbage bags here in the rig. So number 5 is our cups and dishes. So we mostly use blender bottles, so we keep our blender bottles and our coffee mugs in here. We also always have a backup coffee pot. This is a drip one in case we don't have any electric. And then over on this side, we have all kinds of plates, and we use the regular plates as well as paper plates so that if we have to dry camp, we don't have to worry about washing anything. While we're here, let's talk about number 6. So this is a little bit different for us than some people because I know some people are only going out a couple of times a year or they may live in an area where they have to worry about things, but we like to keep some shelf-stable food in the rig at all times. Part of that for us is we want to be able to pick up and go because a lot of times what we're going to do is stop at a grocery store on the way. But for example, we're keto, so we like to keep some collagen in here, and we also keep like this keto chow, which is a meal replacement drink, and basically all you do is melt some butter or get some avocado oil or heavy cream. You put it in a blender bottle and mix it up, but it's shelf stable, lasts for a couple of years in here. But this way we have something if there's a hurricane we can get out. We also keep some of our spices like salt, pepper, things like that. Just little things that you're probably going to forget if you're trying to rush packing. We also keep a few drinks in here. The bugs, by the way, these bugs are for one of our keto channel videos where we do Fear Factor and eat weird things like crickets and grasshoppers, but that's another story. And then finally, along with number 6, again, different for everybody, but we actually keep our rig plugged in at home, so we do keep a little bit of food in the freezer. Not too much food, but just a few things. So if we're on the road, we didn't have a chance to stop, we've got some meat sticks and some bacon, and then we kind of switch it out. So we'll take this stuff and we'll maybe switch it out with something else. It just depends on how long we have it in here. We also always keep some ice because we do have an ice maker, but when you get to where you're going, you don't want to have to wait for that ice maker to get going, so we keep ice. But I know that not everybody keeps their rig plugged in at home.
So before we get to number 7, do us a favor. If you're enjoying this content, hit the like button down below. Also, subscribe to our channel and click the little bell button, and that way every single time we upload a new video, you'll be alerted to it. So now, number 7 is something very important to me, and that is a makeup bag. I don't know what it's going to be like. Maybe we're going to go to a fancy dinner like we did last night, and I was not prepared for it. So I've got my lotion, my hair stuff, I've got all of my makeup, so if I have to, I can get dressed. I usually have a hair dryer in here that is, separate from my regular hair dryer. And I also like to keep, first aid kit, that sort of thing, Band-Aids, just in case.
So when we get to the makeup, I do want to make it clear, we live in Florida and you probably can't keep that makeup in your rig. So what Rachel does is she has a separate makeup bag that's the RV bag. It stays on the counter, ready to go. It's not the same makeup she's using in her house. It's just in a place where she can grab it and go instead of having to pack everything at home. But it's a second set of makeup.
So number 8 is all of the rest of the bath stuff that you need. We keep big pumps of shampoo and conditioner, soap and body wash. We've got all kinds of deodorant in here, hairspray, toothbrushes, toothpaste. Oh, and don't forget this one, poopery. So before we get to number 9, there's a couple of things that are muy importante that we did not mention, and one of them is toilet paper. We always have plenty of toilet paper in the rig because we're not sure that we're going to have, you know, like a quick market around or a grocery store wherever we're traveling to. So I like to keep Scott's in because it's cheap and it's septic safe. So I don't necessarily buy RV specific toilet paper. I just get the Scott's and it seems to work great for us. The other thing that we always keep in Eleanor is a full set of pillows, because one time we forgot our pillows and it was a nightmare. So just keep a set of cheap pillows in here. Usually somebody's trying to get rid of a pillow, so pillows in here is really good. All right, so number 9 is we keep a bunch of linens in here. I like to keep my washcloths, a set of washcloths, a set of towels, and even one of these babies, which is funny. I mean, I'm gonna look like a grandma, but these like terry cloth robes are great as a backup towel system, because even if you decide to use the camp bathroom, you can take a shower, put this thing on, and it's your towel and your cover up, and I really like that.
Now, some people ask us what the best towel is.
And
do we have any in there?
We do. Turkish towels.
These things are amazing. Now, you're going to look at them and go, there is no way this thing is going to dry you. It feels like a dinner napkin at a fancy restaurant.
Yes, it does. And it's like, why are there all these tassels on here? But it works really good and it dries super quick.
And they really do dry you very quickly. Like you think you want those big plush ones, but they're not going to dry in the rig. And this actually does a better job. We will leave a link for them down below. They're a little pricey, but definitely worth it. So number 10, a set of tools. You definitely want to go get yourself a cheap set of tools. You can go to Harbor Freight. We actually have a video on the best things to buy at Harbor Freight. I'm going to put a link for that right up here. But it looks a little disorganized because we're trying to get out of here. But I keep an extra drill in here. I have like a couple of wrenches. I have screwdrivers. Get a cheap set of tools and keep them in the rig. You never know when you're going to need a tool. And that is definitely something you are going to forget if you have to pack it every time.
We forgot a bonus, and that is coffee. You need to keep coffee in your rig at all times.
So we have 2 different types of coffee pots, both a plug-in one as well as a drip one that you can put on the stove, and lots of coffee. And don't forget the coffee filters.
Yes, I keep those right next to it.
But life without coffee,
not
with
good.
Rachel, not a good experience.
Not good. Well, there you go. 10 things plus a bonus that we keep in our rig at all times so that we can jump up and go whenever there is a campsite calling.
Yeah, now let us know down in the comment section if we missed anything. Is there anything that you keep in your rig at all times that we didn't think about or that we didn't put in this list? Let us know, because, you know, there's a lot of people who are first-time RVers and they're trying to figure out what's the best way that they can pack so they can take advantage of having a gorgeous camper. Now, if you like seeing videos like this, please make sure you do us a favor, hit that like button. That really tells us the kind of content that you're looking for, and it also really helps out the channel. Also, make sure you subscribe to our channel.
And don't forget to click the little bell icon, and that way every single time we upload a new video, you'll be alerted to it.
Until next time,
happy camping!